All right, kids are starting to get some stuff off here.
No, this is going to be embarrassing.
Yeah, this is too much.
Watching us struggle through this. Speed it up.
Oh, got it.
I'm the Lightning McQueen mode on this.
All right,
Yow!
Claire, I'm gonna get you guys a Ziploc. Claire, how's it going?
Good.
All right, we got 2 more parts for the wing clip bag. It's okay, we'll find it. All right. So what's going on in there? All right, so you got 2 there, I think, that need a big screwdriver, Rowan. Let's try them both.
Is it like...
I don't know. I had no idea. Turn it lefty, I think, probably. It might just turn one way.
I don't know. Oh, it came out. I don't know what I did, but okay.
Okay, that one's already out, so you don't need to do anything with that. All right, so we got 1 more clip right here.
I don't know.
All right, where's it getting caught, Rowan, you think?
Right here.
Okay. Is there anything holding it there?
Oh, there's a clip I didn't see.
Okay.
Wait. No. Wait, yeah, there is.
Okay, the kids and I are starting to take the bumper off here. That's the big thing we're trying to accomplish, so we can see more of what's damaged behind it and try to start gauging what we need to take off next. So here you have a nice view of our ceiling. Claire left us and moved the camera. So Rowan and I end up getting the bumper off here.
Okay, we got the bumper off just now.
Bumper off, it's got a wire harness in it.
So, I don't know, yeah, figure out.
So
Make sure all that's still intact in there. And then we're gonna need both headlights because we got her opened up and this one's had some damages to it. So, yeah. Could be worse, I guess, though. So, here we go.
all right, more parts coming off. Rowan's working on trying to get the inner wheel liner off so he can get to the headlight, and then I'm working on some stuff up front, some bumper stuff, and well, I guess stuff behind the bumper, stuff that's supporting the crash bar. All right, night 1 of the dismantle. Got a flashy Milwaukee light there. Made some good progress, I think. We got quite a few parts here that we took off. Everything's marked. It's got its bags on it. So seeing a little bit more of kind of where the center of the damage was here. Looks like maybe right in here was where it took the brunt of it. Good news is, if I'm looking at this right, I don't think there's any frame damage on this side over here. I think we obviously have a broken weld joint there, which one of my sons is a good welder, and he can't, well, both my sons are good welders.
You're good welder.
One is an aluminum welder, so he thinks he can take care of that. So it looks like the radiator is obviously pushed back. So we probably have some radiator damage. We know that the radiators are not leaking. So we'll see if we can salvage anything there or not. When we get in there further, we'll have to see if there's anything bent. So not quite sure. Rowan, how'd your night go?
Great.
Good?
Took a lot of bolts and screws and whatnot out, but went pretty smoothly, I'd say.
Yeah.
This is going to be the easy part. Putting them back together will be fun.
Yeah, that'll be quite the puzzle, won't it?
Yeah, figure out what we're missing and whatnot.
So we gotta find a socket for this sort of thing. So might run over to my boys at Harbor Freight tomorrow, see if they got a socket set that matches that fella.
Yeah.
All right. One of the problems we were having last night was we couldn't get to a few things because we needed to get the Supra up in the air. And so I went and borrowed a low profile jack from a friend. This is a pretty big jack. I don't know, you see my foot compared to how big it is. It's a good size. It was not big enough to get, long enough to get underneath. If you look, you can see, you see the black oil drain pan shield, and then in front of that, coming back this way, is a bolt. That bolt basically is where you need to lift the car, and that is quite a long ways back to get there. So I had to raise it up on the sides, put these boards underneath, and then I was able to get the jack under there far enough to raise it up. The other thing that's a little weird is I really didn't want to hurt the carbon fiber here. And so I was really nervous about that. These are the lift points right under here. So I was able to get the jacks to set down on those pretty good. Same on both sides. So we're up in the air, we're ready to start removing a lot more stuff. So hopefully today is Wednesday, January 7th, 2026. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get this thing going here in a couple weeks. So not quite sure how long it's going to take to get all the parts here that we need, but all right. All right, here we decided to make some space in the garage. The hood that we took off was taking up a lot of room, and it's not something we were going to be able to repair. So we decided we were going to mount it to the ceiling. This was Rowan's friend Jacob's idea, and we thought it was pretty good. So it's going up with chains, and we're mounting those into some of the ceiling joists there. And I put the nuts from the hood over the chain on the back, and use that to raise it up and mount it. And it worked out pretty good. It's definitely pretty strong. All right, so the hood was in the way of everything we were trying to do, and we kept trying to move it. And Rowan's friend Jacob had the good idea. He's like, why don't you just put it on the ceiling? So we did that. Put it on the ceiling. It's up there with chains, holding it four corners. And then what I did was I took some lights out of our RV box, threw them up there. So yeah, I think you can see not a lot of light, but a little bit of light. So I don't know, we might have to do something a little brighter there. What we're gonna do with this is everybody that helps us on the Supra is gonna get to sign the hood. So that's gonna be the plan. All right, so here's the Supra in the condition it's in right now. We've got quite a bit left to do. We do have it up off the ground now, which we're really happy about. It'll make it a lot easier to work on. We got a low profile jack from a friend, and we're able to raise that up. We'll show you a few things here so you can look to see the headlight is still in it. This headlight is still in its correct position, but right here on this side it's cracked. So whatever wreck this was in, I think the point of impact was in this region here. As you guys may remember from another video, this little radiator right here was pushed into this tire, and we were able to winch that out. This little bar down here, I don't think is bent at all, so I'm really excited that that's not bent. This one obviously is pretty bent up. I know this piece is available. We've got a radiator support here that's pretty bent up. Gonna get into the radiator here. Hopefully we'll get back to where we can get a good look at that today and see what the damage is there. There's some kind of brace bar here that obviously is also bent. We've got some wires here that are pretty torn up, so we're gonna have to get into those and figure out where they go. and see if we can buy. Do we replace them? Do we try to rework that harness? What are we going to try to do with that? We'll have to play with that and see. I have a little bit of wiring experience, so I think if I can get the proper push pin things and push out the pins that are in there now, and then get something to re-push them, I think we can redo that maybe. But yeah, we've got a lot of fun stuff still to do on this, and so yeah, hope you guys are going to enjoy it with us. All right, welcome back to Second Gen Garage. I'm out here with the Supra tonight. The kids have bailed on me tonight, so I'm going to plug away on it by myself. But they'll be back soon, and they'll be in this video more before I post it. Got a few more parts to take off. I've actually already started ordering some parts that we need for the car, which I'm really excited about. Placed the order for some stuff today, so that's pretty cool. Show you a few things that we got. So what we've done is we've just taken parts off and made a big pile with them. And what we did when we took these parts off is we took a Ziploc bag, then we used all the bolts and stuff that we took off with it. We labeled it. This was on the top of the radiator, and taped it to that part, so we would know where it came from, what it is. If you're like me, trying to remember where things go is pretty difficult sometimes. One thing that's interesting is as we take more stuff off, we find out how many loose parts were just floating around in the on the belly pan. And so we some parts that I ordered this guy right here today. This is this piece that goes all the way across the front. This is part of it. I ordered this guy right here. I ordered the pipe that goes to that. So that's good. I ordered this bracket right here. So I'm gonna try to get this bracket off tonight. That's one of my goals, is try to get this whole bracket off. I think the parts that hold it on are right back in here. So that'll be a little bit of a challenge, but we're gonna try to do that, and at least try to figure out if there's any damage to the radiator and find out if we need to order anything radiator wise. So yeah, I got a lot of front end parts ordered, a lot of stuff that goes onto the grill. The other thing that we've talked about, once we get all these parts off, my son Soren, who is a welder and a metal fabricator, he's going to come over and try to bend this out so you can see how that looks. Here's how it's supposed to look. So this is the driver's side. It hasn't been damaged. So that's another thing that we want to try to get straightened out. So we want to try to free that up so that Soren can heat that up to get that free. The other thing that's interesting with this, I'll show you something. The other thing that's interesting with this is this frame. This part of the frame is steel. Okay, so from here all the way to here is steel. Well, guess what? At this intersection right here, that must be aluminum, because it's no sticky. No sticky. So I'm gonna have to, that'll be an interesting one. Soren seems to think he can heat it up and flatten that back out for us without any damage. So that'll be a fun one to work on. Okay, so here what we're trying to do is just free up space to be able to get the headlight off. We got to get the wheel liner out to be able to do that. There's a few other parts to get the bumper off. We got to take that out, and so working on that. One more thing I'll tell you guys, these sweatshirts for the channel, we are going to put those on sale for $45 each, and they're going to be on sale for $45 until we get to 500 subscribers. So let me know if you want one. You can send me a message, and or put something in the chat, and then I'll send you a message and we'll go from there. Thanks. All right, we're gonna take this front crash bar off using the Sawzall. I've got the Milwaukee.
One-handed Sawzall, obviously the blade in correctly. I'm using a Milwaukee torch blade. I believe the torch has carbide tips, laser welded on there.
So what I figured out here is the blade I was using was not the correct blade for aluminum. So I switched out to a thinner bimetal blade, and that seemed to make a much better choice for what we're doing here. So you'll get to see that, and I'll buzz through that real quick. All right, so I switched to a thinner Milwaukee blade. I think the other blade I had was made for something different than what I was using it for. So I got that off. So we're going to try to pull these side pieces out. Look at that. There it comes. Yes. That's what I've been trying to get off for days. All right, so I bought myself some connector pliers, so I quit ruining my fingers trying to get some of this stuff off. So I'm gonna disconnect. I'm having a hard time getting to the end of the connector up here, so I'm gonna take this guy off right here instead, which is, that came off so nice with these. If you don't have a pair of these, guys, they were $30 at O'Reilly's. If you're watching in the US, everybody knows O'Reilly's. There's one in every town. So, yeah. So just trying to get this disconnected. There it goes. All right, so that's the hood latch off. All right, we've got this apart. We got that, both those brackets out of there. So very excited to have those out. Radiator actually looks really good. I'm really happy with that. There are some fins here that are damaged on this, so I'm going to talk to my friend James and get his take on what he thinks of that, if that's okay. So now we're going to take this bracket here, take it off. This radiator popped out of this bracket, so I can take this bracket off. I'm going to put it back on here and then reconnect it. Kind of my first reassembly with all of this, which I'm kind of excited about. So we'll show you that. Get the video camera set up here so you guys can watch along with us. See if we can do that. All right, see if this works. Crazy to think that's all that's holding that little tag, all that's holding that radiator. All right, back in place. Maybe back in place. Looks like there's a piece that goes over it. All right, well, cool. The radiator is back where it belongs. I wonder how long it's been sitting where it belongs. All right, I need to guys what brand this is. This is not one that's made by Milwaukee, but look at this. This comes right out with pulling this little collar here. So Milwaukee, get your act together with these. This is a much better design than what you guys have right now. So see if you can do something with that collar for quick release. All right, back together. Sweet. All right. I think something fell out somewhere. Let's see. For the night, from my perspective, we're getting pretty close to being done with the disassembly. Gotta take this guy off. I got a new one of those on the way. There, did that. That's coming. And yeah, awesome. Super excited for where we're at. Looks like this little radiator's out of place, so we'll figure out how to get that back into place also. Looks pretty good. Real happy with this, so we'll just do a quick walk around. Show you all the parts. There's a pile of parts we took off. I've got a hood that I'm going to pick up on Friday in Ohio, so take you guys along with me for that. Okay, that looks pretty good. We'll have to play around and see if it's as straight as it should be. But the radiator looks really, really good, so happy with that. Get my buddy James over, see what he thinks of that. And yeah, next big thing is going to be to get this guy straightened out. So I'll have my son Soren come over, operate. I need to get one of the tram gauges to try to measure to see make sure everything else is where it needs to be. And then we can get that guy back where it's supposed to be too. So that's the next big thing. All right, one thing we can put back on is our lower crash bar. So that's what we're working on right now. Excited to be putting something back together on this thing. All right. All right, back here on second gen garage. Got the Supra right about there. All the parts still off. We are building a box, and the box is going to be for the Supra hood. I'm going to Findlay, Ohio on Friday to pick up a hood, and I'm super excited to get that in here. So I created a video on the GoPro for this, and that's beyond my expertise of how to get the video off of that and into this. So I'll have to get Rowan to help me, so that'll be for another video. We'll kind of backtrack on the video coming up. But yeah, getting this crate all together. This is gonna house the hood that I'm picking up in Findlay, Ohio. All right, box for the hood for the Supra is just about done. So this is gonna fit in the back of my truck. It's a 2012 Toyota Tacoma. The hood, we got our old one sitting up here. I measured off of this guy to decide how big to make it. And so, yeah, that's it. We got some eye bolts down in here. That's so that I can ratchet strap it down in the tailgate. It's gonna be pretty tight fit, but I just wanna make sure it doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Be going to get it on Friday, and you guys are gonna get to go along with me. All right, I don't have any help to try to load this thing in. I want to try to get it in there, so we're gonna see if I can. Try to lift it like this. Let's see if I can get it in there. good my measuring skills are now. Alright, tail wheel closed. Ooh. Tight fit for the tailgate. All right, hood box is in place on the truck, ready to go. So I'm happy with how it turned out. I ended up having to use a few scrap pieces because I ran out of wood. Went and bought some today thinking I'd have more than enough, and there's a couple pieces I neglected to think about when I was making my plans. So, all right. Next time you guys see us, it'll be Friday, and we'll be driving to Findlay.